I'm seeing a struggle right now in the market with buyers I'm working with. And the exact scenario was one I was working with yesterday with a buyer. They had looked at a house. It was priced at 799, which is unrealistic. The house would probably sell on an offer day between a million to a million one. Realistically, I personally thought the house was worth under a million, between 900 and a million. But the house is priced at 799. So my client called me. She had seen the house, wants to put in an offer, and the offer she wanted to put in was 850. And I said, okay, great, let's start there because in any market, we just don't know whether it's a buyer's market or seller's market. We don't know what the seller is going to accept when they get an offer in their hands. And especially with the market that we've been seeing in late 2022 and as we're now into 2023, we're definitely seeing there's some houses out there that we're looking at the price after they sell and we're like, wow, I thought it would sell for way more than that. And so I'm finding that there's a lot of trepidation with buyers out there right now because they're like, well, and then in this example, I called the listing agent to see if there was a seller expectation or what was a recent comparable that sold because they can't give us what that price is. So what's a recent comparable that sold that we should look at to establish what the seller's price expectation is? And they didn't have one, but they said, there was sort of a range in price. And so when I relayed that range in price to my buyer, she immediately said, nope, not even going to offer on the house. And I said, but at the end of the day, you don't know. I mean, there are examples out there where houses have sold for way, way less just because that's the seller's expectation and that is the listing agent's expectation, and it's their job to support the seller. Doesn't necessarily mean it has a bearing in reality, for one, but doesn't mean that it just won't sell lower in the second example. So, my advice for buyers right now is just submit the offer. No matter how low or ridiculous you think it is, just put it in. All they can say is no. No one is going to go to your house and yell at you at your front door. No one is going to, call you bad names, right? No one's going to do that. They're just going to say no, turn your offer down, and we're gonna have a no. It's just there's nothing to take bad. There's no rejection. There's no anything. We just couldn't put that together. But what I have seen sometimes, and I've had this happen multiple times over my real estate career, is you put in that offer that you think is too low. The house doesn't end up selling on an offer night when they're in multiple offers to anyone because all the offers were low, right? And then what ends up happening is you get a call back from the listing agent in a couple days or a week saying, hey, is your client still interested? We want to see if we can put together something. So you just never know. So my advice to every buyer, no matter what the market, just put your offer in because you just don't know what's going to happen when that seller, you don't know the seller's motivation and you don't know what's going to happen until you put that offer in front of them.